Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my August wrap-up. I was in America during the month of August, so I wanted to do my wrap-up. I'm now back at home with this wall, which by next week hopefully will have 2 new bookshelves, so definitely be looking out for that. This is actually the second time I've filmed this because for some reason the audio on the first one did not sync to my lips, and I was sat there watching it like, what is this witchcraft? Why is my voice coming out before my mouth is moving? I was so confused. So I'm going to crack on with this August wrap-up, and it's going to be in no particular order because I really can't remember what order I read them in. So one of the books that I read during the month of August was the first book in the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan, and that is Book of Shadows. I'm so grateful that you guys recommended this series to me because I'm absolutely loving it at the moment. I am currently halfway through the second book and it is like literally phenomenal. I love books about witchcraft, and especially about people who kind of don't know their heritage and come into it, and it's just brilliant. I will be doing a review on this series when I'm finished. Another witchcraft series that I really enjoy is the Hex Haul series by Rachel Hawkins, and I already read this first one, but during the month of August I read the second one, Demon Glass, and the third one, Spellbound. I really enjoyed this series. It was fantastic. It's about a girl who is a witch and she goes to a school for witches and vampires and werewolves and stuff, and it's great, and there's loads of mystery, loads of people trying to kill her, and it's just kind of like a race against time. I love it. The next book I read was Elemental the First by Alexandra May. This is a fantastic book about a girl who moves to a town which is filled with mystery, and she turns out to be something that she didn't believe she was in the beginning. She's always had small traits which has set her out different from everybody else, but she soon comes into some mythical powers, and it's so cool. I loved it, and there's really good romance in this book as well, which is fantastic because normally romance could be really cheesy, but in this case it was great. Another book I read was School Spirits by Rachel Hawkins. This is the first book in the School Spirits series. It's based around a character who was in the Hex Haul series, but this character is a Brannock, and that means she is a descendant from a very powerful white witch. Now the Brannocks aren't classified as witches, but they kind of are mythical creature hunters, and they have some abilities which humans do not have. But it's about a girl trying to prove to her mother that she is a good Brannock, and she goes undercover to a school to try and solve the mystery of this ghost and haunting, and it turns out that the haunting is actually trying to kill a lot of people. That was really well timed. Another book I read was Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I didn't enjoy this book, I'm afraid. I just didn't enjoy it. But if you like books about demons and angels, this is definitely a book for you. Try it out, see if you like it, see if you don't. Definitely read the reviews before you get this book. There has been amazing things said about it, and there has been some not amazing things said about it. And unfortunately, I fit in the negative category, which, as most of you all know, I don't do a lot. But give it a try and see if you like it. Seriously guys, this book, The Goddess Test by Amy Carter, is so good. It's a great twist on Greek mythology. It's based around Hades and all the other Greek gods, but mainly Hades, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. I love reading books with twists of Greek mythology in it because it kind of gives you an insight to mythology and classical civilization, yet it still is in a quite easy format to read, which is really great if you want to have an introduction into Greek mythology. So definitely check this series out. The Weather Witch by Shannon Delaney was another book which I read over my break. Now this is a historical fiction based in the 1800s, and it's got a very steampunk vibe to it. It's about these weather witches who are taken off into a facility where they create power for everybody. They kind of draw down storms to create electricity, and they are like the main source of energy throughout the world. But they're starting to rebel, and this one girl wants to prove that she is not a weather witch. A brilliant horror classic that I read this month was Stephen King's Carrie. This is a great story talking about a girl who is brought up in an extremely religious household, and she goes to a school where she is taunted daily. One day she comes into these telekinetic powers, and she puts them to the test as she goes around her prom and tries to kill everybody. Brilliant kind of thriller, really psycho craziness, just crazy. And the film is coming out really soon, I believe, and it's the third book to movie adaptation of this story. I'm very excited to see it in a modern day twist. I think with like the special effects and the characters now, it could be brilliant, so I'm very excited for that. Another book that I read is the Infernal Devices graphic novel. This was fantastic. I loved this book because it gave me an insight back into the Infernal Devices stories. I haven't read for a couple of months, so I was kind of forgetting the storyline, but this kind of updated me, made me remember all the characters and what was happening, and I'm really excited to hopefully see graphic novels for the next two. I don't know if they're coming out, but I really do hope so. The Secret Circle by L.J. Smith. This is the book 7, and it's the final book in the series, and I loved it. If any of you guys watched the Secret Circle TV show, then you would love these books. They're completely different to the TV show, with the same kind of characters, but it was fantastic, and I was really upset that the TV show got cancelled, so for it to carry on in the books was great. So definitely go check this out, and this is what introduced me back into this kind of reading world, so definitely go and check that out. The final book I read was the Mortal Instruments Companion, and this is for the movie. It was great, gave me a great insight into the movie and how it was made, the props, the characters, the costumes. It was fantastic. I loved it. Definitely, if you're interested in movies and if you like book to movie adaptations, and if you generally just love The Mortal Instruments World by Cassandra Clare, definitely go and check that out because you would love this book. So there you have it, guys. They are all the books I read in the month of August. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you guys read during the month of August, and also if you're interested in any of the books here, let me know down below because I can give you a bit more of an in-depth breakdown of the book down in the comments if you would like. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and come hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, links down below. I love you all so much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh my